So my dear students, I am continuing the previous video. The distance from px1 comma y1 to x-axis is mod y1, and the distance from px2 comma y2 to y-axis is mod x1. That means let us take any point is here px1 comma y1. So distance from this point P to this x-axis is, see, this is nothing but distance means it should be perpendicular. So any point at here is the same. This is x1 means this is also x1 comma 0. So if you apply the distance formula, root over x1 minus x1 whole square plus y1 minus 0 whole square, that is root y1 square, that is nothing but mod y1. Similarly, if you take this one, so any point is here will be 0 comma y1. So perpendicular distance means you just take like this. So this distance obviously mod x1, like that. This point is in first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant, whatever it may be. It is either positive or negative, just to take modulus. So always distance will be positive only. Next one, if for suppose the distance from origin to any point on x-axis and any point on y-axis. So let us consider this is the origin. The distance from origin to any point on x-axis is mod x1. This is any point on x-axis x1 comma 0. So mod x1. Other words, here for suppose minus x1 comma 0 is there. So this one also mod x1. So always positive. It is 0 comma y1. So what it will be? This is modulus of y1. So this is nothing but if you take 0 comma minus y1, modulus of minus y1. So modulus of minus y1 is nothing but mod y1 only. Here modulus of minus x1 is nothing but mod x1 only. So like that. So distance from any point from origin to x-axis, it is in the form of x1 comma 0, that is mod x1, like that. Remember. Next one. Image of the point with respect to x-axis or y-axis, whatever. Okay. See here, what is the image means? So for suppose if P is a midpoint of some line segment A comma B, where A is equal to x1 comma y1, B is equal to x2 comma y2, like that you take. So that means AB is like this, and P is a midpoint on AB, and this P lies on the line L is equal to 0. So then we can say A is the, that means A is the image of B and B is the image of A with respect to this line L is equal to 0. Okay, P is a midpoint of AB, and so you understand midpoint of AB, and AB is perpendicular to L is equal to 0. Then only we can say A is the image of B or B is the image of A. And here P is the foot of the perpendicular of A. So remember, so we are not discussing about foot of the perpendicular, we are discussing about image. So and AB is perpendicular to L is equal to 0. Then A is image of B or B is image of A with respect to L is equal to 0. Just remember. See here, from this onwards we can say the image of ax1 comma y1 or the image of x1 comma y1 with respect to x-axis is, see here, let us take here any point, it is the coordinate axis, you understand. Here some x1 comma y1 is there. So we want to find out the image of this x1 comma y1 with respect to x-axis. With respect to x-axis means so our image will be, so for suppose if you take the perpendicular to x-axis, how much distance with the same distance in opposite side of x-axis equal to x-axis. Okay. So for suppose this distance is here, what is that? y1. With the same distance y1 it will be there. With the same distance y1, so opposite side it is x1 only. with the same distance y1, it is the negative y-axis. Negative y-axis means minus y1 you will get. So x1 comma minus y1. So the image of x1 comma y1 with respect to x-axis is x1 comma minus y1. Similarly, the image of x1 comma y1 with respect to y-axis if you take. So it is the midpoint and perpendicular. So with the same distance it will be in opposite side of y-axis. So here it will be what is the point? Here horizontal line. In horizontal line y coordinates are equal and x coordinates will be changed. So how much it will be changed? With the same distance, this distance is actually mod x1. So in opposite side also mod x1. So mod x1 with this distance. So in the opposite side this is negative x-axis. So it will be minus x1 comma y1. Okay. So the image of x1 comma y1 with respect to y-axis is what is that? Minus x1 comma y1. Okay. Next one, the image of x1 comma y1 with respect to origin 0 comma 0. With respect to origin means here origin. So here x1 comma y1. So with respect to origin means here minus x1 comma minus y1. So it is a third quadrant. So all are negative. So you will get a minus x1 comma minus y1. Okay. Next one, the image of, so x plus y is equal to 0 or x plus y, first you take x plus y is equal to k. The image of x plus y is equal to k is, that means one thing you remember, the image of x1 comma y1 with respect to x plus y is equal to k. Here we consider with respect to x-axis, y-axis, origin. Here x plus y is equal to k is, it will be x coordinate is taken as a k minus y. So here y means y1 you have to take with respect to x1 comma y1. So what is that? K minus y1. And in the place of y coordinate you should write y is equal to what it is? K minus x1. This formula is useful to whenever your x and y coordinates are only 1 or minus 1. Okay, here what is the coefficient of x? 1. What is the coefficient of y? 1. So this formula is useful for only whenever these coefficients are 1 or minus 1. Then only it is possible. Okay, next one. The image of x1 comma y1 with respect to x is equal to y. X is equal to y is like this. See, the diagram is very important. So x is equal to y is the line. That is the angular bisector of quadrant 1 and quadrant 3. Remember, this is the line equation x is equal to y. Okay, is it clear? So the image of x1 comma y1 with respect to x is equal to y is y1 comma x1. Remember. Okay, reverse. In the place of x, y coordinate, in the place of y, write x coordinate. Next one. The image of x1 comma y1 with respect to x is equal to minus y. X is equal to minus y is like this. This is the angular bisector of quadrant 2 and quadrant 4. Remember, this is x is equal to minus 1. So here you get image is minus y1 comma minus x. X1. Okay. So please note down. Next one. The equation of, very important, image of curve f of x comma y is equal to 0 or f of x1 comma y1 is equal to 0 with respect to, first one, with respect to x-axis, same previous model. The difference is here In the previous model, you considered only point x1 comma y1. Here we consider f of x1 comma y1. F of x1 comma y1 in the sense some ax square plus 2hxy plus by square. That is the equation involving with both x comma y. Here x1 comma y1 means x1, 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 y1 you will get in the place of x comma y. So that means the equation in the form of like this with the variables x1 comma y1. Not only like this, any number 2x square plus 3xy is equal to 0. 2x1 square 3x1 y1 is equal to 0. Like that we can see, if you see like this curve, that is nothing but f of x1 comma y1. Shortly we can write as f of x1 comma y1 as 2x1 square plus 3x1 y1 is equal to 0. Okay, so for this one we have image with respect to x-axis. For suppose it is the coordinate axis. So it is the curve f of x1 comma y1 is equal to 0. Image with respect to x-axis will be like this. Or image with respect to y-axis will be like this. So these equations, how it will be? How can you get? So I give the same formulas here. And I give one example. He is not asking drawing the images. He is asking the equations. Equation of image with respect to x-axis is same like that. So in previous, what is the image of x1 comma y1 with respect to x-axis? X1 comma y1 with respect to x-axis is, what is that? Minus, that is x1 comma minus y1. So here also is f of x1 comma minus y1 is equal to 0. See, y coordinate sign will be changed because of here point, here if the curve is here, if the curve will be like this. Like this means with respect to x-axis there is a negative quadrant of y-axis. That means y-axis here negative. So that's why you should keep f of x1 comma y minus y1 is equal to 0. Next one, with respect to y-axis is, what is that? F of y-axis means what we have to write? F of minus x1 comma y1 is equal to 0. With respect to origin 0 comma 0 is same formula, f of minus x1 comma minus y1 is equal to 0. Next, with respect to x plus y is equal to k is f of, what is that? y1 minus k comma x1 minus k is equal to 0. So based on this one, you take one example. Equation of image of parabola. Actually we don't know this name, but we saw somewhere these like these equations. Y square is equal to 8x. This is called the parabola. Like this, whenever you see like these equations, those equations name is parabola. Just remember, it will be in the intermediate second year. So parabola y square is equal to 8x with respect to 2x plus 2y is equal to 3 is. See here, I told you that if you want to find the image of a curve or point x1 comma y1 with respect to x plus y is equal to k, here x and y coefficients should be 1 or minus 1. Here 2 is there. So both have 2, it is possible. If it is 2, if it is 3, it is not possible. Okay, you cannot make it as both are 1 or minus 1. So here both are 2 only. So first you generalize this one, 2x plus 2y is equal to 3. Entire equation divide with 2, you get x plus y is equal to 3 by 2. So here k is equal to 3 by 2 we have. So what is the image? So here f of x comma y is nothing but y square is equal to 8x. So in the place of y, that is, what is the formula? y1 minus k is in the x coordinate, x1 minus k is in the y coordinate. So y1 minus k, that is, in the place of x, you have to write y1 minus k. In the place of y, you should write x1 minus k. So that means x1 minus 3 by 2 whole square is equal to 8 into y1 minus 3 by 2. You simplify this one. So that is nothing but x1 square plus 3 by 2 whole square 9 by 4 minus 2 into x1 into 3 by 2, that is minus 3x1 is equal to 8y1 minus 2 2, 8, 4 times going, 4 3s are 12. So this is nothing but x1 square minus 3x1, 8y1 transpose this side minus 8y1. So 9 by 4 minus plus 12. So 9 by 4 plus 12. 12 fours are 9 plus 48. That is nothing but 57. 57 by 4 is equal to 0. That is our required answer. Sorry, here we should write k minus y1. So previous how you written for x1 comma y1, k minus y1, k minus x1. So it is k minus y1 is like this we have to write. So then here you should write this is minus, this is plus, this is minus, this is plus. Just remember. So then it will becomes 2. So this one is same, but here minus 8y1 plus 12 you get. So then x1 square minus 3x1 plus 8y1, and here this minus 12 transpose this side minus 48. 9 minus 48 by 4, that is nothing but minus 39 by 4. So this is the answer. Sorry here, so by mistake I have written k minus that means k minus y1, k minus x1 is correct answer, not y1 minus k, x1 minus k. Okay, make it fast. Next one is collinear points. Very well you know collinear points. If you want to say 3 points A, B, C are collinear, that may be in this way. So maybe A, B, C are in this order, or here A, here C, here B, or here C, here A, here B, like that. What out may be. So in the different orders it may be. Then so one of the possibility hold, then you can say these are collinear points. How it will be? AB plus BC is equal to AC. AB plus BC is equal to AC, or AC plus CB is equal to AB, or AC plus AB is equal to BC or CB, whatever may be. Okay, then we can say the given 3 points are collinear points. In other words, the area of the triangle is equal to 0. Area of the triangle formed by these 3 points is equal to 0. Also we can say collinear points. But till now we didn't discuss area of the triangle. After that, once again we will discuss about the collinear points. Okay, next one. Nature of the triangles. Nature of the triangles. We know very well equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle means what? If AB is equal to BC is equal to AC, all are equal, then it called equilateral triangle. Next, isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle means if any 2 sides are equal and other one is different. For suppose AB is equal to AC, but not equal to AB is equal to BC here written, and the third one will be different. Then you can say isosceles triangle. Scalene triangle. What is scalene triangle? So if all are different, this is different of this one. Okay, then you can say if you take this is A, B, C, so AB not equal to BC not equal to CA, then you can say this is a that is a scalene triangle. Next, right angle triangle. Right angled triangle. What is the right angle triangle? You know very well. So for whenever one of the holder, so AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square, then we can say it is the right angle triangle, and right angled at B, angle B. It is B you take, it is A, it is C. At B, because these two, which one has these two terms have the common vertex, that is the right angle vertex. Okay, so there are three possibilities. AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square, or AC square plus BC square is equal to AB square, or BC square plus AC square is equal to AB square. Any three of them hold, then that is the right angle triangle, but right angle vertices will be different. Okay, next one. Acute angle triangle. Acute angle triangle. If any one of them, if AC square less than AB square plus BC square, then any one of them, not here three possibilities are there with three sides, any one of them, first one square, that means one single side square is less than sum of the squares of the remaining two sides, then that is the acute angle triangle. Next, obtuse angle triangle. Obtuse angle triangle. So obtuse angle triangle means sum of the squares of the two sides is less than the square of third side. Okay, that means for this one opposite, AC square is greater than AB square plus BC square. Here also three possibilities are there. Any one of them hold, then that triangle is called the obtuse angle triangle. Next, properties or nature of the quadrilaterals we will discuss. Based on this one, nature of the triangles, you take one example for convenience, then you can understand easily. Example is a triangle formed by A4, 3, B minus 3, 2, C minus 1, 6. Okay, so he is asking options: right angle triangle, right angle. Second one, right angle isosceles, RI, right angle isosceles triangle. Third one, acute angle triangle. Fourth one, obtuse angle triangle. Okay, see, first we have to find out AB, distance between these 2 points. 4 plus 3 whole square, that is 7 square, 49, plus 3 minus 2 whole square 1, that is root 50. Next, AC, what is that? Root over 4 plus 1 whole square, that is 25. 3 minus 6 whole square minus 3 whole square 9. 25 plus 9, root 34. Next, BC, root over minus 3 plus 1 whole square, that is minus 3 minus of minus 1, that is minus 3 plus 1, that is 2 square, 4, plus 2 minus 6 whole square, that is minus 4 whole square. Minus 4 whole square means 16. This is root 20. Now, to say it is not in the given options, they didn't give scalene triangle or isosceles triangle, equilateral triangle. They given right angle triangle, right angle isosceles, acute, obtuse. Anyhow, this is not possible because it is not isosceles. So then, which one you have to consider? Or is AB square is equal to AC square plus BC square, or AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square, or BC square is equal to AC square plus AB square, or which one is hold? How can you decide it? Okay, so for our convenience, not for our convenience, this is the procedure. So first of all, you should take a highest length, that is root 50. That you have to take as separately. Okay, and next you take the remaining two and add them. Square of the sum of the square of these two lengths we have to take. Then we have to decide it is equal to or less than or greater than. So here we have to choose highest one. Here what is the highest one? AB. AB is greater than AC comma BC. So you take this one separately and this combination is you take okay. So now first AC square plus BC square you find out, because these are only the smallest numbers. So 34 plus 20, that is nothing but how much? 54. So here AB square is equal to how much? 50. So what you can say, AC square plus BC square is greater than AB square. So AC square plus BC square is greater than AB square means it is acute angle triangle. If you get it is less than, obtuse angle triangle. If you get this is equal, right angle triangle. Okay, clear? So next concept. Next concept is nature of quadrilaterals. See here. So in 10th class, if you want to say a quadrilateral ABCD, whatever may be ABCD, to say parallelogram, rectangle, okay, square, rhombus. Okay, so these four are the very important. To say what is for parallelogram, opposite sides are equal and diagonals not equal. Okay, opposite sides are equal, diagonals not equal. If opposite sides are if opposite sides are equal and the diagonals also equal, that is a rectangle. If all sides are equal, diagonals not equal, rhombus. If all sides are equal and diagonals also equal, that is square. So but in intermediate, to do in short way, you are going to discuss. That is also correct way. And here I am implementing one more method. That is nothing but, if you want to say parallelogram, see parallelogram. So that means it may be like this. You should take in the order A, B, C, D. So what can you say? AD is equal to AB. If suppose adjacent sides are equal and adjacent sides are not perpendicular. AD is not perpendicular to AB. Not perpendicular. Then it is a parallelogram. Next one. Rectangle. In other words, we have one more method. That is what? AB is equal to CD. Sorry, adjacent sides are not equal and adjacent sides are not perpendicular. Sorry here. Okay. See, what is that? AB is equal to CD and AD is equal to BC. And one more what you have to say? AC is not equal to BD. Diagonals not equal. This is one method. Already we discussed in 10th class. So this is next method is adjacent sides are not equal and AD is not perpendicular to AB. Okay. Next one, if you want to say rectangle. Rectangle here perpendicular. So take from A, B, C, D. So adjacent sides are not equal here also. AD is not equal to AB. And AD is perpendicular to AB. In other words, what can you say? Opposite sides are equal. AB is equal to CD and AD is equal to BC and AC is equal to BD. Diagonals equal here. So next, rhombus. So take from here A, B, C, D. In rhombus, adjacent sides are equal. That means AD is equal to AB. And adjacent sides are not perpendicular. That means AD is not perpendicular to AB. Okay. So in other words, what can you say? AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to DA. And AD is not perpendicular to AB. Okay. Next, square. What is for this one? Square for A, B, C, D. If you take, it is perpendicular and adjacent sides are equal. So that means AD is equal to AB and AD is perpendicular to AB. In other words, what can you say? AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to DA and AD here not, don't use perpendicular, here is equal to. Here not equal. Diagonals not equal. Don't say perpendicular. So perpendicularity is different way. Okay. AD is equal to AB here. So this is for square. Just remember. So all these concepts we covered in 10th class. So this is one of the way to prove the given 4 points forms a parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus or square. So instead of it takes much time to finding A, B, C, D, A, D, B, C and A, C, B, D diagonals. Okay. But if you take in order and find out the adjacent side lengths just and say perpendicularity. Okay, same sides perpendicularity. What is the shortcut form to say this one? So take one example here. If that is the working rule. Here A is equal to some A1, B1 you take. This A. Here A D. I am discussing A D B. Okay. I will give in next video. Okay. Working rule you see here. See, you take the 4 points A, B, C, D. Okay. So you take it in any order. If you start from here, A, B, C, D. Go for A minus D. This is the difference of 2 points. You know how to write. Corresponding x coordinates take the difference, corresponding y coordinates take the difference. That difference you take as A1 comma B1. And take A minus B also. That is you consider as A2 comma B2. So first what you have to find? A minus D. Next what you have to find? A minus B. Okay. If first point, if A1 square plus B1 square is equal to A2 square plus B2 square. If A1 square plus B1 square is equal to A2 square plus B2 square, then you can say sides are equal, AD is equal to AB. Then you write here. Then AD is equal to AB. Second one. If A1, A2 plus B1, B2 is equal to 0, then AD is perpendicular to AB. Just remember. So first you find out A minus D, after that A minus B. So take A1 square plus B1 square and A2 square plus B2 square. If these two are equal, sides are equal, adjacent sides. If A1, A2 plus B1, B2 is equal to 0, then AD is perpendicular to AB. If A1 square plus B1 square not equal to A2 square plus B2 square, then AD is not equal to AB. If A1, A2 plus B1, B2 not equal to 0, then AD is perpendicular to AB. So based on this one, you take one example. A quadrilateral formed by, example, a quadrilateral formed by, what is that, A 5 comma minus 3, B minus 3 comma minus 2, C 9 comma 12, D 17 comma 11 is. So they give the options parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus, square. Okay, what we have to do? First you take in the order for our dominance A, B, C, D. So go for A minus D. What is A minus D? 5 minus 17. 5 minus 17 minus 12. Minus 3 minus 11. Minus 14. Next. A minus B. What is A minus B? 5 plus 3. 5 plus 3, that is 8. And what is next y coordinate? Minus 3 plus 2. Minus 3 plus 2 minus 1. So go for this one you take as A1 comma B1. This one you take as A2 comma B2. So this is the procedure. How to do A1, B1, A2, B2 means like that we have to find out. Take the x coordinates difference, that is here. Y coordinates difference, that is here. Next, x coordinates difference, that is here. Y coordinates difference, that is here. Okay. Now go for A1 square plus B1 square. That is nothing but 12 minus 12 whole square plus minus 14 whole square. 12 12s are 144. 14 14s are much 196. Sir. Okay. That is nothing but 144 plus 196. How much we have? Simplify. Okay. Next, A2 square plus B2 square you take. What it is? A2 square plus minus 1 whole square. That is 9 plus 1. So these two are not equal. Is it correct? 14 14s are. Okay. So 144 plus 196 is more than 9 plus 1. So no need to Simplify, just what can you conclude here? A1 square plus B1 square not equal to A2 square plus B2 square. One thing you can say, if sides are not equal, so what can you say? AD is not equal to AB. Okay, so that means it may be rectangle or parallelogram. If you want to say it is a parallelogram, these two should not be perpendicular. If you want to say it is rectangle, so those two should be perpendicular. So what for the perpendicularity rule? A1 A2 plus B1 B2. So what is A1 A2? A1 A2 means minus 12 into 8, minus 12 8s are 96. Next plus 14, minus 14 into minus 1 plus 14. This is not equal to 0 anyhow. So what can you say? AD is not perpendicular to AB. So what can you conclusion? So ABCD forms parallelogram. That is your answer. Is it clear?